got promoted to driver mentor but received no mentor work but one. Miss Bishop reasons for not giving driver mentor jobs was due to attendance, which makes no sense as I don't have attendance issues. But Miss Bishop uses my self-suspensions, which she herself has not investigated due to the recordings would prove harassment by controllers. Instead use my self-suspensions as a window to disciplinary actions, which is a complete and utterly breach of company policies. Miss Bishop should know better since she studied employment law. If Miss Bishop was never once a bus driver, then equal rights and opportunities don't exist. As Miss Bishop has advised me on more than one occasions not to apply for senior position due my poor attendance. A false allegation by Miss Bishop, who got promoted on a secondment to Head of Operations South after my dismissal. No traffic enforcement judgment against my name. No report from the public or passengers. Company policy clearly states I do not get discipline for traffic judgments as it affects my license. And it is not placed on company records. If any traffic offense was committed, I would have the opportunity for a retrained course and not lose points on my license, as it would be my first alleged offense. The company pays the fine, and I pay back the company weekly with an agreed amount, whether £5 to £10, until paid off. A system set up to help drivers. Traffic judgment has nothing to do with company unless I was involved in an incident as such an accident, then a disciplinary will be taken into account. On the 13th of March 2020, Miss Rachel Gerald claim I'm self-suspended and not sick on duty, that I should attend a self-suspension review. Now a self-suspension can only be reviewed during the week, the next day of work. Due to rules Saturday, Sunday, and bank holiday intervene, then it will be next day of work, which would be the Monday the 16th of March 2020. On the 16th of March 2020, Miss Gerald contacted me at 6:54 a.m. to advise the meeting is cancelled and will be rescheduled for the 17th of March 2020. Breaching the next day of work policy. I contacted First Carer system set up at work. If a driver is unfit to attend work for whatever reasons, it's reported to First Care. The First Care nurse advise I take some time off until the 20th of March 2020, as stress can lead to depression, which I'm entitled to 7-day self-certified sick. On the 17th of March 2020, I was harassed to come into a meeting that was already breached by Miss Gerald claiming no union representative was available. I do not need a union representative for such meetings except for disciplinary and grievances. I was advised to come into a meeting on the 24th of March 2020, lockdown, where I received a government text alert to stay home. I'm sure the entire country received that SMS alert. The meeting was regards the letter issued on the 13th of March 2020 in line with Miss Bishop, proclaimed self-suspension on the 13th of March 2020. I received letters, emails, phone call, voice notes between the 17th of March 2020 to the 17th of April 2020 during lockdown to attend work meetings. I was so stressed, I had asked my GP for advice and was given time off work with stress. I started my doctor's note on the 20th of March 2020, and due to constant harassment, my doctor's note continued until the 10th of June 2020. I was invited into another meeting to be held on the 22nd of April 2020. Next day and 30-day policy regards disciplinary has expired. During April 2020, my son's mother, a nurse who had contracted the COVID-19, on and around the 6th of April 2020. Swab results, isolation certificate and son's mother's doctor's note was sent via recorded delivery to Miss Bishop, to avoid further issues. Miss Bishop denied receiving any, fabricating my records. I sent recorded delivery twice to Miss Bishop, but negligence could always be depended on. Miss Bishop ignores. Now by my calculation, how can I attend a meeting on the 22nd of April 2020? When I had to isolate. Would be breach of government protocol if I had attend any, as I'm not allowed to, at the time. The 22nd of April 2020 self-suspension review and fact-finding went ahead with an elected union representative by the managers themselves, which is a breach of company policies and human rights. I was not respected taking care of my family during this time, but a continuance of harassment by managers. Refusing to pay me company sick pay. I'm entitled to no furlough during lockdown since March 20th, 2020 to June 26th, 2020. I started getting paid in full from July 2020 until my dismissal on the 11th of August 2020. If I was guilty of any gross misconduct, Miss Bishop had 5 months to dismiss me with or without notice, with a window to appeal.